Welcome back to Neko Nation Japan. Today I'm going to talk about winning Wednesdays. So every Wednesday I want to do a little bit on investing. So first off, I want to talk about investing in America. What I've done over in this particular video is going to be covering 2017. All the different assets I moved around and started my Roth investment. So I could talk a little about Roth investing, what exactly that is, how how to do that, and if you want to do that or not. And then I'm going to talk where my positions in 2017 were, how they did, and what are the current assets I have in that account. All right, so getting right into this, we have my Roth dividend investing account over from January 1st, 2017 to December 31st, 2017. I received a total dividend payments of $319.53, which isn't too bad considering the amount of money I actually had investing at that time was kind of low. I really started off with just basic investing. I put almost around $1,000 in each one of the stocks I was interested in, that all of them paid dividends to me every quarter. Um, I don't want to own any particular type of stock that do not pay me dividends. There's a few that I eventually will get into that had paid dividends in the past, and because of the whole virus situation, will have suspended their dividends. I am currently holding them. I think I have two or three, but that's fine. When they get back into it, that's fine. If not, they're a really low valuation, so I think they'll recover nicely. I'll get some money out of it, no matter what. All right, getting right back into it. My account total value is $30,000, $139.30. Now, I started off in this account, in my Roth dividend account, with approximately 28,000. So it, over the space of that time in 2017, it went up a few thousand, a little bit more than that. It's not a bad gain for that year, but it's all right. We're looking for a lot more than that, right? So, moving right on, see what the so each individual stock I have in this particular account. First, we have AT&T, or ticker symbol T. I have 23.914 shares. Then I bought them at $38.88 total market value right here, and 929. I'm a little bit down on that because the price went down, but that's fine. I tried to stay everything close to $1,000. Obviously, you can see here I went up my costs a little bit in Johnson Johnson because I really like the company. So I have Apple, great company. I wish I bought a lot more when I started out in this for such a cheap price. It's ridiculous how much I bought that at the time, but you know, 170 right there, not too bad, right? Coca-Cola, our ticker symbol KO, 23 shares, 23.7. Awesome company. I do eventually buy some more shares for a decent price. Coca-Cola always seems to pretty much stay constant on their price. A good dividend payment every quarter. Great company. All right, Dow DuPont Chemical right here, not too bad. Later on, I'll go through what exactly happened with them, but this split apart, and I got some shares in each part of the company, which is really nice. ExxonMobil Corporation, 12 shares of that. It's doing all right. It gives me a good dividend. I do eventually want to probably sell out of those shares because there's not too much future in the oil industry. But in the meantime, of the next, which at this time, 3 years, it gave me 3 years of good dividends. Not too bad, and probably get another 5 years out of it. Johnson Johnson, awesome company, stable. And I put a little extra in there, but what's not to like? McDonald's Corporation, another one I really wish I bought some more of at the time, but investing only a certain amount to start off, only $1,000 each company, and that's just kind of how it panned out. Microsoft, I totally wish I bought a lot more of this at that price. Phew. hindsight's 2020, I guess. All right, Procter and Gamble. It's pretty good. Not even a little on the expensive side, but what are you gonna do? Southern Company. Um, they do so. A lot of storage companies in Southern, and we have 3M Chemical Company, all kinds of different things. They're definitely a little high side, but it's not too bad there. Then down here I have a REIT, just public storage, and this is my highest at the time. That was my most expensive stock I had, and I just bought 4 shares of that. All of it's staying around, so right now I have a total of $11,802 invested out of the 30,000. So I just went slow, bought a little at a time. Once prices, if I saw something go down, I would buy a little more, that kind of thing. So I have, in the beginning of 2017, when I first started, I bought 23 shares of AT&T. By the time the year ended, I had 23.9, so I do reinvest all the dividends I receive back in the same company that it has given me. So Apple, 7, so I 7.081, kind of pathetic. I'll get into eventually where anyway. Coca-Cola Corporation, they did pretty good, 23 to 23.77. Dow, it's all right. So Mobile, 12.3. So basically, I got Exxon, I got 0.3. Johnson & Johnson, I got 0.1. Kind of pathetic, but it's every slow. The faster you put in the money, the faster it grows, right? McDonald's 7.1, so I got 0.1 shares, additional shares. I got 0.23. Microsoft, Procter and Gamble, I got 0.17 ish, rounding off. Southern, it's actually not too bad, 20.7. 3M, 0.083. Meh. Public storage, they pay a pretty good dividend. They are a really expensive company, but it's not too bad. I'll have to show you what they eventually get themselves into. Alright, so for the starting Roth account, I have the $28,542. That's the amount of money I initially deposited into my Roth IRA account. Now, what I did was a rollover conversion. So when I left my company and moved to Japan, I had a regular IRA. It was through a university, so they matched really well. It was great. Got a lot of money, so I did their matching. They did match 4%. I actually paid in 10% of my income, which wasn't too bad over the time. It was 5 years or so. I got 28,000 over 5 years. That was pretty good. Now that was added, so you add the 319.53, that dividend we have right here that I received over that 1 year time period. And then stock appreciation, everything went up to $30,139.30. Now, what I didn't like, and I especially still don't like actually, it had fees associated with buying the shares. Thankfully now, with Robinhood and all the other apps coming out, it pretty much eliminated fees for everyone, which is completely awesome. I think that's great. I'm still going to stick with Fidelity. They're a great platform. I really like how they do, because in Robinhood you can't reinvest in the same shares and the same stock, which I don't like. So we have our costs right here, $77 to buy 10 stocks. That's not horrible, not great either. So change in investment value went up 1,673, sorry. So net ending right here, not too bad. So, as I was saying before, when I switched over from leaving my university job to moving to Japan, I switched everything over to an IRA with Fidelity. I then transferred portions every year. So in 2016, at the end of it, I transferred over 15,000 or so. and then I transfer the rest in 2017. So it counts as taxable income when you convert it from a IRA, traditional rollover IRA, to a Roth IRA is considered as income. But since I moved to Japan, I have no American income. So everything was wiped out. I have an investment property. I'm currently holding America still. I'm going to hold that for as long as I can and try to pay off that as best as I can. I have that there. I have a tenant living in it. That seems to be going pretty well. And slowly, over time, paying it off. They're paying it down. Awesome way to do it. All right. So I then put it into the Roth IRA. Well, I guess just Roth account. It's not a particularly IRA, but I put it in the Roth account. I then take that money, invest it, and I get to take it out tax-free after I retire, or really old anyways, which is nice. I have that. I put all that money in there, the $28,000, because in my traditional IRA, if I took it out, I would then be taxed at my current tax rate when I take it out. But now, it's counted as income, but since I didn't have, or you can find out how much you want to roll over if you set up the account. So just so you get to the almost going over the next tax bracket, but you don't want to actually go, so you can convert a certain amount every year. And you got to talk to a tax professional to get that specifics, all that squared away. But I definitely advise everybody, because then you don't have to pay any money on it whatsoever, which is awesome. Now, I took all that Roth account, so whenever I decide to take money out, I'm going to take it from my dividend distributions and just let it keep on growing and growing and growing when I actually have to take that out. But for right now, in 2017, we ended up with a net positive of this $1,673.89, which isn't too bad. We're going to talk a little bit more about my specific strategies. I want to look at big, large cap accounts later on, years down the line. I do end up dabbling in a few little smaller stocks, but they're all dividend payers, or there's specific things I'm looking to on that particular company. I'll go into detail a little bit more on my investment strategy, but it's always dividends. I want to see it paying me every quarter, or it would be nice every month. I don't have any monthly payers at the moment. I want to have all that dividend and money reinvested back in the stock. So you do that dollar cost averaging out, you get paid, and then next time you get paid a little more and a little more and a little more and a little more. And then you'll see exactly through the years, from 2017 where I started to right now in 2020, see exactly how much I've made over that time. All right, with that, thank you very much for joining me. This is Jeremy from Neko Nation Japan, signing off from Winning Wednesdays. I hope to see you back here and talk about more how do you win at your investing life. Sayonara.